This episode is brought to you by the Guarantors. Facing rising renter fraud? Don't let fraudulent applications compromise your financial stability. The Guarantors provide a safety net that protects your rent roll and minimizes bad debt. Why risk it? Talk to the Guarantors and secure your property's financial health. Visit theguarantors.com/multifamily today. Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. Today I wanted to talk about an IPO that happened recently. It involved ServiceTitan, and they IPO'd, I think it was this week or last week, and they delivered a $3.6 billion valuation. Actually, more than that. I think it was an $8 billion valuation. It's 8 or 9 billion. Anyway, it was a big number. And at the end, it had a B. But the point that I want to make with this, or everything that I've read about it, because the reason I think it's interesting is that PropTech is an industry. It's sort of a cottage industry. The term PropTech is something that was, I think it manifests itself, let's say, 7, 8, 9 years ago, maybe plus minus. And a lot of PropTech companies have been introduced into the space. A lot of private equity, a lot of venture capital going into companies which are believed to be companies that will not only benefit the industry, but will provide investors with a big return at the end of the day. So that particular space has been pretty active, pretty ripe. A couple of, let's say it was last year or the year before, I think was at Blueprint. And I think on the heels of Blueprint, I came back and I said there was a lot of anxiety in the air because the economy had shifted and there wasn't as much money going into the PropTech space. And the PropTech, or the money that was going into PropTech space, had demands. It had expectations. Not that it didn't always have those, but the demands were a little bit different in the sense that you had to actually prove out your business plan. You actually had to be making money or to start making money, or you could at least see a turn of profit out on the horizon. Now, I think that is starting to shift, and that you've got the uncertainty of the election out of the way. You've got an economy that is getting better and better. Hopefully it stays on the right trajectory. You have an interest rate environment that is coming down slightly. So there might be opportunity out in the IPO space as it relates to PropTech, and PropTech making its way into the ecosystem in a more meaningful way, meaning PropTech becomes an industry that looks good to Wall Street. So I think getting back to ServiceTitan, this is like a leading moment. It's like a leading indicator. It's a canary in the coal mine that this next year, 2025 or 2026, could be the breakout year. Let's hope it's 2025, where you see a lot more PropTech companies right here in the multifamily space. You see a lot of PropTech companies potentially finding their exit onto Wall Street, paying back those investors who have been loyal and patient for the last 10 plus years, or 10 years plus minus. And it will certainly pave the way for other IPO opportunities for those companies that have been incubating for the last 3 to 5 years, finding their way to an exit, and hopefully a windfall for investors. But in my world, more importantly, a working, viable business that is in service of the multifamily space in a way that is meaningful and sustainable. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.